And we're live. Dylan timed that absolutely perfect. Because I meant to start this at 2 o'clock exactly, and then it was 2:06, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Maybe it's my end. Your voice is kind of rattly.
Is it? Let's do some on-air.
Well, while he's fixing that, this is in, I don't know what to talk about while he's doing his mic check. Don't worry. We can cut this out on iTunes. Most of our viewers are on iTunes now anyway.
You know I won't. Alright, yeah, let's get into this. Dylan, did you have some news?
Yeah. Old news at this point.
Yeah, this podcast is a travesty when it comes to delivering things in a timely manner.
So, let me log in here because I need the official numbers because I don't write these things down. But yeah, the latest Twin Suns fundraiser was a success. We raised $2,520. We have actually purchased the first 100 books, which will be going to the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. There was a little bit of minor hiccup where our original person who was going to do the event basically had to cancel, but we were able to find an alternate.
That's good. And I mean, that sucks. But at least you got an alternate.
But yeah, the 100 books that we bought only ended up costing us around $700. So we're looking at total for this around 300 books, if our estimates are correct, somewhere in that ballpark. And the reason that that we're doing the two events, but only 100 are going to University of Pittsburgh Hospital, is because they're doing renovations right now, and they don't have a lot of room for storage. So they kind of gave us a hard cap of we can only take 100 books because that's all we have room for. The majority of them will be going to San Francisco. But, you know, that donation event will take place on the 27th of October.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have more information there. Hopefully we'll do another podcast between then and now.
Let's hope. Let's also hope that this podcast makes it onto iTunes within a week of being live streamed. Not gonna swear. Not gonna swear today. Since our podcast is technically considered a clean podcast.
A clean podcast.
Yeah. Anyway, so I noticed something with I was looking at Fantasy Flight stuff, mainly X-Wing miniatures and stuff at Barnes & Noble the other day.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the packaging.
Yeah, that's
When did that happen?
So what happened was they announced X-Wing's second edition, which I don't play X-Wing. I only collect the ships, and I use them as basically like models.
Mm-hmm.
But they're essentially reworking the rules, I guess, in a way. And there's going to be new rules. There's going to be new equipment and all that stuff that you need now. All of your pre-existing ships, if you have bought previous ships under the old rules, you are still going to be able to play. They're selling conversion kits that basically...
Fantasy Flight, why you gotta do me like this?
Yeah. Again, I don't play X-Wing competitively or even casually, so I'm not the best person to ask about. I've kind of only been hearing other people talk about it, and honestly, the reaction from the community, from what I've seen, is exactly how you'd expect it to be. Like, why did we have to have a new game?
Why this soon? I get like a decade down the road, they're like, let's give a heavy update to X-Wing, if X-Wing's even relevant at that point. It's not like Star Wars games like this stay relevant for any length of time. I mean, just look at the Wizards of the Coast miniatures game. Do you remember that?
No.
You know how it was relevant for like 2 years and then no one cared after that? It's also because they doubled as miniatures for their RPGs. They're really cheap miniatures. Like, Micro Machines are better miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very flimsy. But yeah, that's annoying. They released, might be a month ago now, they re-released, the West End Games, core rulebook and, like, a whole starter kit for Fantasy Flight.
I haven't heard anything about it. Or I heard that they did that. I haven't heard anyone who's actually bought it and how well it is.
Yeah, I haven't bought it because that thing's expensive. I don't have the money for that. Look at that camera back there. Where do you think my funds go? To crack, but that's beside the point. Jesus. I'm exhausted.
But yeah, I've looked up what the conversion kits are, and essentially there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 conversion kits that are available, and each one is conversion kit basically comes in for like X number of conversions for each ship faction. So there's the Rebel Alliance conversion kit, which comes with like 2 to 4 conversion, the 2 to 4 the necessary stuff to convert all of the Rebel Alliance ships. And then there's the same thing for the Empire. There's the same thing for the Scum and Villainy, the Resistance, and the First Order. So it's not like you have to buy individual conversion kits for each of the ship. Now, again, there's like, for example, there's only 2 B-Wing conversion kits, products within the Rebel Alliance conversion kit. So if you run 4 B-Wings, you're going to have to buy 2 of them.
Oh, no.
And
that's horseshit.
Yeah, but it also comes with E-Wing and ARC-170s and A-Wings and X-Wings and Y-Wings. It comes with everything, so...
It gives you a diverse amount, but you're either going to have to double up, like, cards per ship, or you're going to have to buy 2 kits. That's awful.
Yeah, it's really... these conversion kits are really made for, like, the actual hardcore players who actually, like, have all the stuff. Where if you're just playing casually and maybe you only buy the stuff that you need, you're going to be wasting a lot of money on this, because you're not going to get the value you're going to get from it is extremely diminished.
Have you played, was it Legion? The new ground assault game?
I haven't, because I don't have a job and Armada is expensive enough.
I'm shocked you're shooting Armada.
Armada's been quiet. I have no clue how I'm going to buy the Super Star Destroyer when it comes out. I think I'm just going to ask that for Christmas, because it's like around December, January that it's supposed to come out.
What is that going to be, a couple hundred?
Yeah, it's I think it's 3 feet long. The model, let me check.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm thinking if it were X-Wing, it'd be even larger. Can you imagine that for X-Wing?
Yeah, let's see. How much? It's 2 feet. It's 24 inches from tip to tip.
You know, it'd be an awesome expansion. The Star Crusher.
No.
Yeah. Like the Eye of Palpatine.
That'd be game breaking. This thing is already game breaking. There's like.
Well, what do the Rebels get?
They're not getting anything. This is the entire wave. This is the Star Destroyer. How much does this thing cost? I think it's like $300 or $400. First quarter of 2019.
Equivalent then?
It would probably be the Viscount Star Defender or the Lusankya, but
because I mean, you gotta have a balanced game, right? Or if you're gonna have one side have that giant of a ship, you'd have to have limitations on the amount of
Well, the
fire.
thing is with Armada is that you attack and then you move. And it's such a meta-defining gameplay style where when in X-Wing Wave, I think it was Wave 2 or 3, when we got flotillas, there was a metagame strategy of you just spam a bunch of flotillas, and those flotillas would take your activations. So you would have your actual damage-dealing ships, right? You would have a bunch of flotillas, and the flotilla's jobs you'd activate a flotilla, have it move somewhere out of the combat zone, then force your opponent to make their ships move into range. And your flotillas are basically stalling until you just keep activating and moving flotillas until all of your opponent ships have activated and are in range. Then you hit them with your heavy hitters. The problem with the Executor, Super Star Destroyer, is that it makes the Empire, who are already extremely susceptible to that because their ships cost more in general, and therefore they can't have as many ships and they can't have as many activations. But if you roll out with a Super Star Destroyer, you literally get that one activation, and then you are for the rest of the turn at the mercy of your enemy. Now, granted, it can attack more than other ships, and it's got so much armor and shielding and all this other things, but it's not as good as people. I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as everyone thinks it's going to be, at least from a competitive standpoint, when you're playing the 400-point limits, because there are two variants that are built for the 400-point limits, and then there are two that are I guess more realistic. You can't play in a standard 400-point game. But yeah, I feel like this will mainly be something for casual and custom games with large fleet sizes. That'll really be where it shines. But I doubt we'll see any of this see this used in tournament play. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so other Dylan, your arch rival, is throwing a fit right now because of the audio.
Oh. Yeah, it didn't really change on my end, whatever you did, so I just figured maybe it's just me. My internet is terrible.
So let me get a good sound on this. I haven't heard any
We'll fix it in post.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Is it that bad? We're having technical difficulties here.
I just saw the chat. Yeah, chat. I'm sorry. I thought it was just on my end.
Jesus, how's that?
No, still bad.
It's still bad.
Chat, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just thought it was on my end.
Fuck. Is that better?
There we go. We fixed it.
God, did my mic die?
I guess so. All right, chat, disregard the entire first 20 minutes of this podcast.
Has it been 20 minutes?
Yeah, it has. We've talked about nothing for 20 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
This is how you know it's a Legends podcast.
Now hold on. Let's try
this again. How's that?
Nope.
How's that?
Nope.
Is it bad?
Bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's back to the robot.
I think my mic's out. That's really bad. This mic was $300. It's fucking broken. Dylan, this is what happens when you blow into my goddamn mic. Over and over and over again. If this is broken, you are permanently banned from anything I ever record again.
What did I do?
Other Dylan.
Oh.
Because I know he's listening to this. He's bitching at me.
Alright, so do whatever you did to switch it over before chat kills themselves.
Let's try that. How's that?
That's better.
And it could even be that like my mic, because my computer's been acting up today. It could honestly be that my settings are flipped and they're not labeled properly.
This is why we should have done a pre-stream.
Yeah.
Oh well. You guys don't subscribe for the professional podcasts.
We may call it right now and reconvene in 30 minutes while I troubleshoot.
So be back around 6 Eastern, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be 3 Pacific.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties ensue.
Yeah, all right.